Did you know Antarctica has mountains that are way higher than anything in the lower 48 states of the US? Now, when you think of Antarctica, you probably think of endless expanses of snow and ice. And to be fair, most of the continent is covered in massive ice sheets. However, Antarctica is also home to a surprising number of large mountains. And no mountain on the continent is larger, at least in terms of elevation, than Vinson Massif. Vinson Massif is a roughly 13-mile long by 8-mile wide massif located in the Ellsworth Mountains of West Antarctica, about 750 miles from the South Pole. Now, the massif has several distinct peaks, but the highest is Mount Vinson, which rises to an elevation of 16,050 feet. This makes Vinson Massif the highest point in all of Antarctica and roughly 1,500 feet higher than Mount Whitney, the highest point in the US outside of Alaska. Pretty surprising, in my opinion. But even more surprising, at least to me, is the fact that arguably the most extreme of the 7 summits is actually named for a former US Congressman from Georgia, Carl Vinson. Weird, right? But regardless, don't let the impressive elevation of Vinson Massif fool you, as it's actually a pretty easy mountain to climb. It isn't a particularly technically difficult climb, and the main hazards associated with climbing Vinson Massif are the same as those associated with visiting Antarctica in general. That's to say, extremely cold temperatures, unpredictable weather, and of course, being practically a million miles away from help if anything goes wrong. But in the likely case that nothing goes wrong, then you're actually able to complete the climb in only a handful of days. So ultimately, the most difficult part of climbing Vinson Massif are the complicated logistics to actually get there in the first place. By far, your best bet to do so is by joining a guided expedition, but that's going to run you somewhere between 50,000 and 60,000 US dollars. However, if you're able to swing it, then completing the climb will undoubtedly be one of the coolest experiences of your life. No pun intended. Comment below if you would climb Vinson Massif, and follow for more geography content.